Welcome to another Research Methods video. Our topic today is how to make a graph using Microsoft Excel. In order to get started, you will need to open up an Excel spreadsheet from Blackboard, log into your Blackboard account, click on the button for assignments, click on the folder for April 28th, and click on the link for the graphing spreadsheet. Pause the video and open the Excel file in Blackboard now. Just like we did last time, I will show you how to do something here, then you will pause the video and do it in your copy of the spreadsheet. Let's get started. Here's what your spreadsheet should look like. Before we can make a graph, we need to think about what type of graph would best show our data. Remember from last time that we rolled a single die 48 times, and counted how many times each possible value came up. The table shows the average number of times that each value came up and the percentage of the total number of rolls for each value. Using our graph decision foldable, if we want to use the percentage values, we should make a circle graph. In Excel, graphs are called charts. A circle graph is called a pie chart. To get started, we will need to highlight the data that we want to use to make the chart. So, click and drag to highlight cells M2 through M7. Pause the video and do this now. Now that you have highlighted the data, find the Insert menu at the top of the screen, click on Insert to see your options. Pause the video and do this now. Click on Pie to see your options for making a pie chart. Pause the video and do this now. Several options are available. You can experiment with some of these later. For now, let's make a simple graph that shows our results. Choose the first option under 2D pie. Pause the video and do this now. A graph like the one shown here should appear in the center of your spreadsheet. Notice that this graph shows a pie with 6 pieces. Since we have 6 possible values for one die, the graph also shows a legend to explain what each color represents. The values shown here are correct, but that is just because we are lucky. We could be making a pie chart showing the percentage for 6 of anything, and the legend would still show the numbers 1 to 6, because there are 6 possible values. When we make our next graph, I'll show you how we can change the legend. Since this one is okay, let's go ahead and finish our graph. One thing that would be nice on this graph is to be able to see the values for the percentage for each die value. This is easy to add. Right-click inside of the pie chart on your spreadsheet, and choose Add Data Labels as shown here. Pause the video and do this now. Your graph should look like this one. The only thing missing now is a title for the graph. This is also easy to add. Here is a picture of the menus at the top of your Excel spreadsheet. Right now, the Design menu under Chart Tools is shown. We want to click to the Layout menu. Pause the video and click on the Layout menu. We are going to want to select Chart Title in the menu that appears. When you click on Chart Title, these are the choices you will see. Select Above Chart, as shown. Pause the video and do this now. Your graph will now show a title. You can click inside this box and change the title of your chart. It should include your name, and it should include the fact that these are percentages for each side of a 6-sided die. Pause the video and do this now. There is one last thing to do before we print your graph. We want to make this a full-page graph. To do this, you will right-click on the chart, but not inside the pie. On the menu that appears, you will click on Move Chart as shown here. Pause the video and do this now. Click the button for New Sheet and name your chart. I'm going to call mine Pie Graph. Pause the video and do this now. You should now have a full-page graph. If you look at the bottom left corner of your spreadsheet, you will see a tab with the name of your graph. Go ahead and print out a copy of your graph now. In our next segment, we'll be making a column graph using the data for 2 dice. This is the end of part 1.